Hello fans of Fate, my name is Stan and this is not episode 17 and 18 because I will be skipping those episodes, and so we're gonna move directly over to episode 19, but even then I'm not watching the whole episode of 19. I'm only watching the second half of episode 19, and the reason for that is because someone did mention that episode 17, 18 and well half of 19 were Unlimited Blade Works spoilers basically. And what I assume they mean by that is that whatever happens in these 3 episodes will also happen in Unlimited Blade Works. I'm assuming that's what it is, but again, don't spoil anything for me. You can clear up stuff without trying to spoil any of the details. But yeah, those are the things that I was told about regarding these 3 episodes, and so I'm only gonna watch half of. I'm gonna start watching these from the second half of episode 19, and then we're gonna watch episode 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, all of Fate's Day Night, basically. Because I plan to finish the whole series. I plan to binge the rest of the series by just this recording in just one sitting right now. Anyway, let's start off with episode 19. This is called The Golden King. Oh, and okay.
Although I am loath to admit it, I do know that servant.
So it's true. That guy really is a servant after all.
Yeah, it was Gilgamesh. I like that. That's not really a spoiler. Like, you could see it in. Let me show you. So you could see it in the. Wait, can you see this? Or yeah, you can see it, right? You can see it in like the thumbnail. That is clearly Gilgamesh. Plus, he was also in episode 1. So, like, it's not really a major spoiler, I would say.
Yes, he's of the archer class. On the
You can have multiple servants of the same class? I did not know that. I thought it was one from each class. Like, I thought one servant would have one class and another servant another class. I thought it was like that.
So then you're saying that you lost to that servant?
Interesting.
Can't believe Saber wasn't able to beat that guy.
So Gilgamesh is stronger than Saber.
I wonder if this servant wasn't summoned up for this war at all, but instead decided to stick around after the last one.
Oh, I didn't think about it that way. That makes sense then. Why there's 2 archer class. Is he gonna join Rin? Because Rin doesn't have a servant right now, and she also is. Well, she summoned the archer class. I wonder.
Only 7 servants can be summoned for any given grade.
Okay, so it is true. Then only 7 servants can be summoned.
If there's a servant who isn't one of those 7, he can only be the victor of the previous war.
Right. Well, that's a spoiler. So he was the victor of the. Well, so Fate 0 is basically all about Gilgamesh then.
He has a seemingly endless supply of noble phantasms. The mark of an epic hero.
Isn't that pretty much the same as Rin's archer? Like, isn't that the same? Because he also has Unlimited Blade Works. So
I don't think he was faking it either.
how are these guys part of the archer class?
In the course of our last battle, he proposed to me.
Like a date propose?
Needless to say, I spoke with my blade and turned him down.
Okay.
Such freedoms in the first place. And to be honest, I find such attempts at humor rather annoying.
Wait, so they remember what happened in previous Grail Wars? So like in their previous summons.
As the king, she belongs to me.
Love the voice. I've never heard his voice before. Well, his dub voice.
If a servant obtains the Holy Grail, then they have the option to stay in this world if they want. Which means
I have absolutely no intention of staying here.
Yeah, why would you even ask her that?
Then I would simply wish to return to my original life.
And didn't she say that? Didn't she already tell you her wish that she wanted to protect to regress and protect someone?
you want to redo the selection of the king, don't you? You have no intention of saving yourself from dying.
Oh. So she doesn't want to be...
Arthur has no understanding of the hearts of men.
The least I can do is ensure that a proper king is chosen instead of me.
I'm assuming it's because she's a woman.
Ridiculous! This isn't about the duties of a king! If you want to change who you are, fine. Just figure out a way to do that in the present instead of wallowing in the past.
That's actually pretty good.
Shiro,
Pretty good advice
appreciated
coming out from Shiro.
subject.
But you...
I would have never expected that.
Oh, there's no way that servant could have obtained the Grail.
Oh. Wait, so who... I'm a little confused. Oh, you know what? I'll find out in Fate Zero whenever I watch that. But yeah. I'm not going to speculate too much about it right now.
During the last Grail War, the Grail itself was destroyed by the same man who betrayed me. He was my master.
Was it did they mention that before? I don't remember if they mentioned that.
Kiritsugu Emiya.
His dad? Okay, I did not see that coming. Wait.
He was my master by the Grail War. The Grail itself was destroyed by the same man who betrayed me. He was my master, Kiritsugu Emiya.
Okay, no, his Oh, like father, like son, huh? Interesting. One more thing I was gonna say was that didn't the father, the priest, say something like that? Like someone unworthy had won the Grail War. Someone unworthy had taken possession of the Grail.
At the end of the battle, Kiritsugu and I
Who is that?
victorious, and the Holy Grail passed into his hands.
That's a gun.
If everything had gone the way it should, the Grail War would have ended.
Okay, that's his dad.
with Archer and his master. However, Kiritsugu rejected the Holy Grail.
Uh-huh.
As a result, the city was engulfed in flames.
Why?
When it came time to obtain the Grail, your father ordered me to destroy it. And because only a servant may touch the Holy Grail, Kiritsugu used his last command seal to force me to do so.
Wow.
Holy Grail is
I did not know that only the servants would get to touch the Holy Grail. So how do the not servants, how do the summoners, the mages, like how do they, or the masters, right? How do they get to make a wish if they can't touch the Grail? Don't spoil it.
the consequence. I was never able to finish my battle with that golden servant, nor did I get the chance to ask Kiritsugu why he betrayed me.
But wait. How did Gilgamesh get the Grail then? Because if here's my thought. There's one Grail for humans, for the masters. There's one Grail for the servants. And only one of those was destroyed. That's my best guess right now.
Why haven't you told me any of this before, Saber?
And that's how Gilgamesh was able to make a wish.
I could not bring myself to tell you.
Again, if I'm wrong, don't let me know that I'm wrong.
I was interested only in his own objectives, and nothing could remove him from that.
This was the first scene that we saw in episode 1.
By any means, nor was he a cold
More
blooded
scenes.
man. However, he
That is
stood
Gilgamesh.
emotion, but when he stood before the Holy Grail, the very thing he had been fighting for, he commanded me to destroy it.
I cannot wait
I have never
to see
the existence of command.
this version of events in Fate Zero.
Perhaps it's possible to create a new one, as Castor was trying to do. If that's true,
I don't know what that means.
anyone to stand in my way.
No idea what that means. I'm assuming it's something to do with the previous episodes.
I will obtain it this time.
But creating a Grail, huh? Or trying to.
He should be able to tell me everything that happened in the last war.
Right. Because he knew about, like, his dad, right? Someone unworthy getting the Grail. Please enlighten me. What's that
I
grunt?
had something to offer you to drink, but I'm afraid I don't.
Love the voice, as usual.
I have nothing to welcome you with.
She told me that if she were to win the Holy Grail, then she would finally fulfill her role.
Don't know what that meant. Like she's on the border of life and death. I don't know what that means.
Servant. When a servant drinks the water that fills the grail, they are granted a second life in the present
The Holy Grail is like a chalice or something, right? That's like a cup, basically.
world.
There's something else I want to ask about. It's about there now being an 8th servant.
Oh.
What?
Wait, he didn't know about it? About Gilgamesh? Oh, that's the end. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts about that because, well, most of it was about these previous 2 episodes. And so I'm assuming it is either something to do with Unlimited Blade Works or something to do with Fate Zero. Just because they're talking about the previous Grail War, which is what Fate Zero takes place in. I'm assuming, right? From what little I know. And so because of that, I don't really have many thoughts about this. Once again, this was not the full episode. I only watched half of it. So yeah, again, do not spoil anything regarding Fate Unlimited Blade Works or Fate Zero, because I will eventually be watching those series. I'm not sure when, but eventually I will get to those. And so I want to go into them mostly blind, without any context, without spoiling myself. And so again, if I ask any questions, do not answer them if those are spoilery. If those questions lead to answers that may be spoilery, like that may contain spoilers, do not answer them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Let's check out episode 20. Now this is all like I don't know where they're gonna take this now. I'm assuming this is a completely new arc, and so we're not gonna find. Like, they're not going to talk too much about those previous, the previous arc.
He's been maintaining his mana levels this whole time by devouring human souls.
Oh.
There's no other way he could have survived.
Okay, so he did not make a wish.
Look into this servant.
Fine, I'm gonna leave this in your hands then.
I wouldn't trust him. I don't know why, but like, that priest just gives me villain vibes. Like, I just do not trust him.
Once Saber obtains the Holy Grail,
I think he's absolutely going to betray Shiro.
if that's the case and your servant doesn't wish to stay, then keep one command seal in reserve and force her to.
Why?
No matter what happens then,
He wouldn't do that.
you get your wish.
He wouldn't do that.
Damn it.
I don't know what all of that means. Like her. They also said something about her being on the brink of life and death. Like, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's something to do with the previous episodes, but yet again, no context.
What did I think I was gonna accomplish?
If it is important, do let me know.
Just to bring these stupid wars to an end? I wish things could just stay the way they are. I don't want to lose her.
He's fallen for a... Fallen. Not fallen.
Because I'm in love with her.
Like I said. Okay.
I'll refrain from asking you what it was about.
Oh.
That is what you would prefer, isn't it?
Just realized their noses are very, very pointy.
Yeah, I guess.
It's kind of hard to not look at it now. From this angle especially, like it's a little too much. In my opinion, like way too much.
Not like it was an incredibly productive meeting or anything.
I must say I'm surprised.
From the front it's fine, but like from the side, my goodness.
I don't know, I just think Saber should have never become a servant in the first place.
Oh?
Do they have a choice to be a servant or not? Or is it just, pick and choose a random historical figure?
Shiro, you're starting to sound just like Archer, you know that?
Are you
Again, with the Shiro and Archer connection. What is with them? They're making it so freaking obvious. And she said again. So, not sure when the previous one was.
talking about your Archer?
Yes, he himself regretted becoming a servant, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to Saber. What are you going to do next, Shiro?
That would be insane though. But I was trying to say, like, I made this theory before saying that Shiro might be a descendant of Archer. Like that was one of my theories, but I feel like that wouldn't really stand now because if what Rin is saying is true, then that would mean that, excuse me, that would mean that Archer is from Britain, right? From Great Britain. That he's British. But I don't think that's the case. I just think it's highly unlikely. Is all. Like I don't think, like that would mean that Shiro is a descendant of like you know, partially British, if anything. But no, I don't think. I'm not sure. Either one of them is wrong, is false, or maybe both of them are false.
It includes taking Saber out on a date tomorrow.
Wait, no.
I still like Rin more than Saber, honestly.
That's not what's funny. It's the thought of you on a date.
I think she's best girl.
Boy, did that feel good.
Glad I could amuse you. Personally, I don't find a single bit of humor in it.
Well, good luck. I hope it goes well. I like both of you guys a lot.
I saw that in what was it, in episode 14 or something? Yeah, I saw that. Or 15, I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about.
Thanks.
Dating is like war.
It's like war?
Love is war.
That's right, and you're gonna need some help.
Okay.
A date? What does that term mean? I'm
Right.
familiar with all these modern acronyms. Are you suggesting that I go do this with you, Shiro?
Aren't you a girl?
Okay, Saber.
Just be straight up.
A date is a romantic rendezvous between two people who like each other. If a guy's interested,
Way to be blunt.
this is a chance for him to prove this and win her heart. Wait, I wanna play. I like Shiro too.
Was she eavesdropping?
And look, the arch enemy to this date has just entered the room. Romantic rendezvous with you too, Shiro. Come on, what do you say, can we?
She hates her, doesn't she? I mean, she did kill Archer, so it makes sense if she hates her, at least a little bit. And now you have to pay for that. Please don't bring out your sword.
I never feel
Look at
satisfied
this.
eating fancy places like this.
You will never find me at a high-end restaurant. You know, the kind that serves like nothing on the plate, basically.
However,
Like, you'll never find me in those places, ever,
incredibly
no matter how good.
You're right, it's
This is a good date, I would say. A souvenir.
I find it to be most charming. Do you think that's odd? Shiro, I don't like the way you're behaving right now.
it's just perfect.
You should know better, Shiro.
She is blushing hard.
Person's tastes. I have had enough of this establishment. I'll be waiting outside.
Just buy it. Just get it for a... Already halfway. Where to next? A destroyed ship?
Supposedly it sank a long time ago. I'm not really sure why, though.
I know. I was forced into a battle over the
Oh.
I had to use my noble phantasm to
Like
win.
10 years ago?
Unfortunately, the ship was caught in the blast.
I wonder if you're gonna see that.
You're the one who sunk it?
Yes, but as luck would have it, there was no one on board at the time.
Yeah, I wonder if you're gonna see that in
Please try not
some of the previous...
to this.
Or not previous, I mean some of the future seasons,
Triple as well.
series.
I'm not getting angry or anything. I just realized there's a lot more evidence of the last war around here than I thought.
Okay, so previous Grail War.
So, did you have a good time today?
I did.
I think she did.
Refreshing.
Then
Aside from you laughing at her choices.
the only day you and I go out.
Is she gonna stay?
That a servant exists is to fight, nothing else.
This is something I've been meaning to say for a while now.
I wonder if she's gonna change her mind. I'm leaning towards yes, that she will change her mind and she might actually, you know, stay or choose to stay with Shiro. And that might be like the happy ending of this anime.
You know, you're a walking contradiction.
Or this route.
Yeah, but when there's a battle, you always keep the fighting to a minimum. Because when there's a fight, people die. That's why you always try to end it so quickly. To be honest,
I think that's right.
what scares you the most?
Like she,
Where people have the potential to die.
yeah, she is.
You're wrong.
She in a way she is kind of like Shiro, but I think she's also different than Shiro. Like she's willing to do. I'm not trying to say like she's willing to do anything, but I feel like she would be willing to overlook some of her, let's say, misdeeds or mistakes. In case anyone gets affected, like anyone else. I'm just saying the way I see this. I feel like she would just overlook any mistakes that she make in order to get the Grail.
I don't believe you. I think you're using this king's duty crap to bury what you really feel. You can keep telling me that fighting is your only objective.
I think that's true.
The only person you're really trying to convince is
Yeah,
you.
whatever he's saying is true. Because the reason I think that whatever he's saying is true is because she is doing. Like she wants to get the Grail because she doesn't want to be the king, right? In the past, like she doesn't want to lift the sword. She doesn't want, she doesn't want that. Like she basically wants to go back to have a different future, to live a different life.
Stand for further insults, not even from you.
I think that's how I see it.
It is because I'm right.
I have no choice. Fighting is the only.
I could be wrong, of course.
You have all kinds of options open. You're living in a whole.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like Shiro's kind of being, not a dick, but he's being selfish over here. Like he wants her to, like he wants her to stay for his own reasons, not for herself.
You have the chance to live for yourself for once.
I think he's being extremely selfish right now.
Set yourself up for a mistake.
You know what this feels like? It feels like he's using her past kind of trauma in order to make her. I don't know how the right way to say this. I don't think it's guilty, but yeah, he's kind of making use of her past trauma to make her stay, to force her to stay in this era.
It doesn't matter how badly everything ended. What's done is done. There's nothing you can do to change that.
You can.
You couldn't cut it as a king and now you want a do-over? Do you even see how you're behaving? You're acting like...
I think Shiro's just not... Like, he's thinking of this as black and white. Like, it's not black and white. This is the Grail we're talking about, at least from what I know, right? Like, you can just change the rules of anything. And I feel like Shiro's just not thinking about the big picture. Like, he's being too not judgmental even. I don't know what the right words for my thoughts are. It's like, he's too quick to judge what she's going to do and how things are going to turn out. Like, you do not know the future or how the past is going to turn out based on her actions.
Selfish little brat.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's being, in my opinion. Like, this is not right. I'm sorry. I just cannot side with Shiro on this.
Don't think for a second you're better than me. A human like you couldn't possibly understand everything that I've been through. And don't ever go meddling in my past again.
That absolutely is right. I'm just gonna say it. I understand and I support Saber in this. Like, Shiro is actually, at this point, it's just straight up being a dick. Like, he's bringing up her past. He's bringing up her, like, her choices, her ideals, her thoughts. Like, it is just, like, not cool, bro. I'm sorry.
Think of myself?
Sorry, not sorry. Like, no, you're just being a dick.
Well, then what about you, Shiro? You're no different when it comes to this.
Exactly.
Only a dead man thinks of placing others before himself.
It's almost like he's being a hypocrite, but he's not at the same time. Like, it's not exactly that, but it's on that level, right? It's like he's, yeah, to an extent I would say there is some hypocrisy in his words, but I don't think he is being a hypocrite. But there is, like, in some of his words that he says, some of his thoughts, his ideals are hypocritical. But I don't think that inherently makes him a hypocrite. Because to an extent he does do what he does follow his ideals. To an extent, like I said. Again, it's very, like, hard to explain this in words. I just don't, like, it's not black and white. Again, like I said, it's not black and white. There's nuances to this.
I'll gladly defeat the other masters myself. And win the Holy Grail without you.
Saber, come on. Would you really do that?
But I do think he's more in the wrong
Is the Grail.
compared to Saber.
Why are you so stubborn?
I really hope he doesn't use a command seal, just like his father.
That badly, go ahead.
That's gonna be like a dick move. Like that's crossing the line in my opinion.
Fight him yourself.
He's being extremely like, just because you get it's, you know, this is giving a, like, I got rejected and I'm not gonna say it, but you can guess where that's going. Like this is extremely like I don't want to say like creepy behavior, but it is like leaning towards that. Again, I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm not gonna just, you know, hide my thoughts on this. I'm just saying it straight up. My thoughts are like, this is borderline creepy behavior by Shiro. With him having the command seals, I like that's just having more power over Saber. Like, I do not like it. I feel like I feel like Shiro is not worthy of being a mage. I think that's the best way I can think of putting those words, like my thoughts into words. I feel like he's just not worthy of being a mage. Sorry for pausing so much and speaking, but these are my thoughts. Like, I have to say these. Also, what a terrible way to end a date.
But I guess it's not her that I'm pissed at. It's me.
That's good.
There's nothing I can do to save her. Why?
I don't know about what the saving is. Like, how would you save someone who's already dead? I don't get it.
Even if I concede and say that Saber was right and I was wrong, if she really is important to me, I can't just back down.
No. This is creepy behavior. I do not like this at all. Not one bit.
Do you think it's time that you got out of bed today? Do you know where I can find Saber?
Well, I guess.
She's not here?
If she's in the house, then she'll probably be in the dojo.
Idiot. I'm asking you because I've looked there and I can't find her anywhere. Jiro, where are you going?
So I take it this was a terrible date? That's what Ridden's thinking right now. No, she's still at the bridge. What are you doing? She's been here for hours.
She shouldn't worry.
And you also got worried.
I stayed right here, unable to decide where I should go.
Just go home and decide.
Sorry to cause problems. Please thank Tosaka for being concerned about me.
What do you mean you didn't know where to go? You definitely have a place you belong, and that's my house.
But tonight you basically told me that you don't care what I do anymore.
That's not what he meant.
Figure out what you're thinking. I don't know what's going on in your head.
Look at these two. Who's this? Who's that?
Jiro.
Oh, it's Gilgamesh. He does, like, he did.
Off with something
We do know that he likes Saber, right? Like he proposed to her, basically.
that doesn't belong to you, boy.
Are they gonna fight? That's it? They end these episodes so abruptly. Like, I did not see that coming. Okay, that was a good episode. But I wonder what's gonna happen now. Are they gonna fight? I'm assuming they're gonna fight, seeing this thumbnail over here. But, like I said, I already shared most of my thoughts during, like, while watching the episode. But once again, I'm just gonna say I do not like... It's very inconsistent. By that I mean, like, Shiro's personality is very, very inconsistent. Sometimes he's likable, sometimes he's very, very annoying and not cringe. He's even worse than cringe now. He's like, he's very arrogant, is what I feel. Yeah, arrogant. Like, he thinks of his opinion like more important than anyone else. Like, he thinks his ideals are most important. Like, he does not care about anything else, and he looks at things black and white. It's like, it's either his ideals or everything else is wrong. It's like, no, that's very arrogant and annoying to look at and to hear, and I just do not like that. I do not vibe with that, especially when he does it with Saber. Like, no, It's just very controlling, overprotective behavior. To an extent, I feel like it's okay, but no, I think like like I said, to an extent, I feel like you sharing your thoughts would be fine, but I feel like to an extent, he goes overboard. Like I feel like he would go to the extent of using one of his command seals in order to force his ideals on Saber. Like I feel like that's how far he would go, in which case he would be a hypocrite, you know, like using a command seal to force Saber to meeting your ideals is like you're just being a hypocrite at that point. But yeah, I'm really starting to it's not even starting to hate. I'm like, I hated him in the earlier episodes, and then towards the middle episodes, like towards episodes 12, 16, 14, 16, I started liking him more because he had more character development with what Archer had said to him. But now again, after that, with this episode, like I'm starting to hate him even more than before. Like I cannot make up my mind. It's very inconsistent. The inconsistency might be because of like the way visual novels work, with like the choices and the routes and stuff, the different routes. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. But like with these episodes, I really hate Shiro. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Let's move on to episode 21. And we only have 4 more episodes, or 3 more episodes after that. Episode 21.
What's wrong, Saber?
Right, this is where we left off.
I went through all the trouble to come here and find you.
I'll do everything I can to block his first strike. In the meantime...
Run away.
Shiro!
Go! You leave, not me!
And what are you gonna do?
If I can project
You're probably gonna die.
Shiro!
Look at that. You had no chance. What is she gonna do? Also, that's on the right side. Seems like it's hot.
Killing her master...
Or not, I guess. Oh. That was a different sword. Like her sword is visible. It's not invisible.
That's the woman.
How though? Oh, because she has the mana circuits right now.
For your sword, allow me to show you some of my own.
Okay. The armor's on.
Gate of Babylon.
Date of Babylon. What is this? One of his noble phantasms? What did that do? Her sword broke.
Saber.
I know this attack. Yeah, I know this attack. I can't wait to see this in the other series.
Just...
The better version.
Are you asking my true identity?
no one epic hero can possess that many noble phantasms.
I wouldn't be so quick to assume, Saber. In the beginnings of history, the world was once united as one, and all of its treasures were bestowed...
He said Babylon. Wasn't Babylon an ancient kingdom? Like a unified kingdom, in a way. One that wanted to unify against God or something, right? Something along those lines.
upon just one single king.
When the world was once...
The music.
My true identity is none other than the world's oldest king.
The king
Ancient Urex, king of
of Babylon. The king of what?
heroes. I am Ancient Urex, king of...
Let me turn on the subtitles just for this spot, because I want to know what that is.
Ancient Urex, king
Uruk.
of heroes. Gilgamesh.
Uruk. I don't know what that is. Also, I don't think Gilgamesh is a real, like, historical figure, right? So, about that, turns out I was completely wrong, and Gilgamesh is actually a real-life historical figure. By the way, I'm always interested in learning stuff like this, like historical stuff. And so if at any point in time you want to provide more context or any like general knowledge, just feel free to, go ahead and do that. Like, I really like genuinely learning about these things, even if I don't usually remember them. Oh, and if you're enjoying this, I would really appreciate if you subscribe and leave a like on this video. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video.
Well, unless we try, we won't know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Gilgamesh is a real historical figure.
Fine then.
Like, like King Arthur.
Then I'll face you with a sword that can only be wielded.
What is that? I genuinely cannot wait to see the better version of this. Oh! So that's Enuma Elish. I know that attack, I know that one. It's from, I believe it's from Unlimited Blade Works. I could be wrong again, but I believe it's the one with the trumpets blaring and stuff. The red attack. I know that. That was a good shout, by the way, for Enuma Elish. That was good voice acting. What was that smile? So even Excalibur doesn't stand a chance against that attack. She's bleeding. Did she lose her arm? Okay, no, she didn't lose her arm. She's unconscious, I'm guessing. I wonder if he's gonna summon one of the other weapons. Because there's two versions, right? There's Excalibur and there's Caliburn, from what I saw previously. I'm surprised he can still stand as a human.
He defeated me, didn't he? Please try to forgive me.
So she doesn't have sight.
You must
Probably because of blood loss or something. She's unable to see right now.
leave me here.
I don't think he can.
Like that.
Even if he tries, I don't think he can leave. The question is, how is he gonna survive this?
Race on.
So which one is that?
That's for beginners.
He can do the same.
What I have is the original. Try all you want, but a rep
Oh.
will help you.
You're dead. Well, he's not dead, but I just want to know how he's gonna survive all of this.
Shiro.
What's gonna be the plot armor that saves this guy? How is he still standing?
What are you thinking? That's not the point.
You know what? I have to commend Shiro right now
Shiro.
for being this courageous and, well, strong in a way.
But I love you, Saber. Get lost, King of Heroes.
Half-breed. Keeping Saber...
Half what? Hold up, what? Did we just get a huge revelation? Is he half servant? That would explain his connection to Archer, Rin's Archer. How are you gonna deal with this, Shiro? What is he summoning?
Trace on.
Or projecting?
Visualize it.
Visualize what? 3.
Should always be imagining you.
No way he goes higher than 3, right? Directly from 2 to 4 or 5? What is it gonna be? I said 5, not... What is this? What number is this? How many is that? How many lines are those? Okay, this is something else, right? This is like him overclocking himself. Even Gilgamesh is surprised. So I won't pause for this. What is going on? Shiro, what are you? No, this guy is not human. He is not human. I'm telling you, this guy is something else.
What is this?
Take it.
Is it the scabbard? I remember them saying something along the lines of Excalibur having a scabbard, and if you had the scabbard, you would be indestructible. Something like that. Indestructible at night? I don't remember the lore.
That won't save you!
It is the scabbard. Okay. An attack enough to take out Gilgamesh. That is impressive. Did he just die? Or he just disappear? There's no way he died. I don't think he died. Get him to a hospital. God knows how much blood he's lost.
You were my scabbard, Shiro.
This is nice. This is very pretty. See, this is exactly what I mean. Like, it's very inconsistent. Shiro is very, very inconsistent. It's like one episode the previous episode, I hated him. I hated his guts. And now suddenly I really like him now. It's like, I don't know how to make up my mind. Like, seriously. I genuinely liked him in this episode. This was a win for Shiro.
Why did you refuse to pass the throne to me?
So another servant? Possible servant. Is that how she died?
Father?
I'm so confused right now. I'm actually so confused. This is pretty. Very pretty.
Saber!
Dude, how are you alive? You lost like so much blood. You should not be alive.
Hey, what happened?
You shouldn't be conscious right now, at the very least. Okay, how is that? Okay, you know what, like I said, he's not human. I'm gonna go with that assumption.
Gash.
He's not human. Especially with what Gilgamesh said. He said something along the lines of, you are a half-breed, right? So, yeah, I'm going with that assumption right now.
But I wouldn't worry. Your body is almost completely healed. You'll have full strength soon.
Oh.
So just no one's gonna question that anymore. Like his healing capabilities.
We have no choice but to defeat him.
Do we? I mean, he doesn't have a master, does he?
I'd be happy.
I don't know what's going on. What? Okay, please do not enter the kitchen again.
No, please. I've watched you and Rin prepare several meals.
You clearly haven't enough. Gonna break the kitchen at this rate. Oh.
All you gotta do is just turn the daikon as you go.
Yeah, no, that's a skill.
Very clever.
Look at this cute couple. I want to know more about that flashback. We've never seen that before.
I want you to forget about redoing the selection of the king.
Again with this.
You've done enough.
Is she going to change her mind?
If we do get the Holy Grail, I want you to stay and find what makes you happy.
I really want to know if she's going to change her mind. For Shiro. Clearly she has at least some sort of feelings for him, right? Like there's something in between the two. I know Shiro has like confirmed feelings for him. I feel like to an extent it is also confirmed that Saber also likes Shiro, but I don't think it's like confirmed, you know what I mean? Or it's not like her priority, if that makes sense.
Hey, Saber.
Again, these are just my thoughts.
There is nothing more to discuss on this subject.
Maybe this is just me. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like hugs out of nowhere are kind of like it's I don't know how to feel about it. Like if someone did that to me, I would be like, no, please don't. If it's someone if it's someone really close to me, I'd be okay with it, like my mom or my dad or something, or my brother. Like I think that'd be fine. Or even if I'm dating someone, if it's my wife or you know, like if it's anyone like that, I feel like that's okay. But like I feel like Shiro and Saber are not at that stage yet. That's just my way of seeing this right now. Like I feel like if it was me, let's say if I was Saber or Shiro, right, I would not like this. Let's just put it that way. But let me know your thoughts on that. I feel like it's just personal preference, right? At that point, But yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
I prefer that you didn't make this difficult for me. I'm not comfortable being treated this
Again, it also depends. Like, there are also nuanced situations, but I feel like for most, like in this situation, I don't feel I would like it. But like in different situations, like, you know, it's like it's nuances. That's all I can say.
Then push me away.
Certain situations are okay, certain situations are not.
fair of you, Shiro.
And I feel like this is one of those situations where I would not like it.
My past.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I fell in love with you. I can't just let you leave when this
I like that he's being just straight up.
Because I was unable to fulfill that duty, I am not entitled to this freedom.
Saber!
Oh, one more thing. Can someone please explain to me this? Why do they refer to her as like a king? And I don't mean that, like, I don't mean this in like a trans way, let's say. There's no other way to say that, right? But I mean, like, do they just mean it as like a formality? Like, it's just a, like king would just be a title, like a neutral term for a ruler, let's say. Like, a ruler is a neutral term, right? There's no feminine version for the word ruler. So is that how it is? Like, is king just a neutral term in this world, or in this instance, let's say? Or are they kind of like pretending that she's a king, that she's male? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. I don't mind if it's minor spoilers. I don't mind if it's a major like plot changing spoiler. Then don't tell me. But again, if it's a minor visual novel spoiler, then just let me know. Yeah, I was like, they've mentioned it a lot of times and it's been on my mind. That's why I wanted to know. It's been bugging me for a while. Oh.
Don't do this.
Again, like I said, like in this situation, it's just not my thing. Like, I'm just being honest, it's not my thing. If it's your thing, it's fine. Like, if you guys are comfortable with that, it's okay. Like, there's totally nothing wrong with that. I just feel like, me personally, I would not be comfortable in this situation. If I was Saber, that is.
Shiro.
It feels kind of forced. I want to make this clear. I don't think it's like a big deal. Like, you know, I don't think it's like extremely wrong. Like, let's say, I don't think it's a crime. Let's put it that way. And you can guess what I mean by that, right? But I don't think it's like on a scale, on like the scale of bad to worse. I don't think it's on like bad or worse. I just don't think it's I don't think it's good either. And I don't think it's like slightly over. It's hard to put into words. But I guess you guys know what I'm trying to like say right now. Like, it's not wrong, but like, it depends on person to person, right? Like I said. But yeah, like I said, me personally, I don't think he's doing anything wrong per se, but I feel like to an extent, like you could have picked a better time. What happened there? Oh, was that the marks of like where Gilgamesh was? Like he fell back, right? Is that what it is? Or is that something else?
My mana has been
Like the music. Very, very fitting. What? Oh, mana.
Fight with you as soon as you are ready.
I think she said mana has been replenished. Is that basically a rejection? I really, really hope that Shiro doesn't end up using a command seal. Just, you know, that would be crossing the line in my opinion. And even I wouldn't defend him in that. Like, there's no excuse. Okay, what is going on here? This is the last,
about Gilgamesh.
like, missing piece. The priest. I feel like he is absolutely a villain. The voice? Is that Rin?
Go
That's Rin.
away. Just turn around and go away.
Either Rin or Sakura. Whose voice is... That is Shiro's voice, but like, what's causing him to think that? It's either Sakura or Rin. Those are dead bodies?
No way.
Nice to see
I knew it. He was a villain. I've said it before. So he's Lancer's master. Why did I not think of that? Before I thought it was I thought it was that student council guy. I thought he was the master of Lancer. But no, it turns out it was the priest. What was it? Kotamine? he was just healed like a few hours ago. And he's already stabbed. Like I said, these episodes go by way too fast. Like they end so abruptly because there's no ending. Not that I'm complaining, I do like it. In a way, like I do like the abrupt endings. Anyway, let's check out, no, my thoughts. So they defeated Gilgamesh. Actually, no, Shiro defeated Gilgamesh. And they did not clear up that thing about the half-breed. So that question's on my mind now. That's going to be on my mind. What he meant by a half-breed. Gilgamesh said that to Shiro. Or about Shiro. So, yeah, I wonder what he meant by that. We don't know anything about Shiro's mother, right? At this point, like we do not know anything about his mother. We know about his father. No, we don't know anything about his mother, his actual mother or father. We only know that they died, and then we know that what was his dad's name? I forgot his dad's name, but yeah, the one who summoned Saber before, right? That was the guy he was the one who adopted Shiro, and he that's his adoptive father basically, and that's the father that we talk about. But if you're talking about half-breed, wouldn't that mean there's something about his original parents, like his true parents, his birth parents? So yeah, that's one question that I need answered. Apart from that, I don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know if it's gonna be a sad or a happy ending. I mean, the thumbnail doesn't say anything, the title doesn't say anything, so and that's a good thing, by the way. If those two things do not give away anything, I don't know how this is gonna end. I hope it's a happy ending. I don't see this being I don't see this ending on a cliffhanger. If it ends on a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be so pissed off. But I don't see this ending on a cliffhanger. I don't know if it's gonna be a good ending or a bad ending. I'm hoping for good. But I wouldn't complain too much even if it was a bad ending or like a bittersweet ending, let's say. Anyway, let's move on to episode 22. This is Result of a Wish. What's gonna happen with Kotamine and Shiro? Oh, okay, this was, yeah, Gilgamesh's fight. So it reflected, what it looks like, it reflected his own attack back to him. That's what it looks like.
Rin, I've been looking and I can't seem to find it.
Right.
The problem is Elia's fever is getting worse.
Fever? Wait, her fever? I do not know anything about that. What is that about?
I believe she's about to reach her limit.
What did you do to her, Rin? You were the one who hit her on the head last time.
Elia was designed in such a way that causes her to break down.
That causes her, I'm guessing that says. I don't know what's up with the audio there. Wait, she was designed? What do you mean by that?
But there is something else we should discuss. It's Lancer's master.
I'm guessing they revealed this in the previous episodes. Let me know more about that unless it's spoilers. But is she like a clone or something?
The only thing I found, though, were bloodstains and a left arm that had its command seals ripped from it.
Oh.
It was clear that someone had killed Lancer's master a long time ago.
Okay, so Kotamine did not summon Lancer then. He only took control of Lancer.
Do you think that
makes sense?
Someone has killed Lancer as well?
Which means somewhere there's a Magus who didn't start as a master, but after acquiring those command seals is one now.
But the only people...
Where was that, by the way?
Progress. I went to her hideout.
Her hideout? Whose hideout? Lancer's master's hideout. How did they know about this? Again, it's probably related to those episodes that I skipped. So if there's any information that I need to know, let me know.
No matter how talented a Magus is, he can't become a master by stealing command seals.
So that's Castor, right? That's Castor, that's Berserker. Berserker's dead, I'm assuming. But no, Castor's also dead. Gilgamesh killed Castor.
Then answer something else for me.
That's...
The Holy Grail disappeared.
This is the Japanese guy, but I don't know what his class is. I'm assuming he's also dead. That's, yeah, Archer's also dead.
Magus would remain a master.
Ryder's dead. I see. Yeah, most of them are dead. I didn't realize that until now. How many of them were dead. Like I didn't process that.
Which means his master must have had another combat-type servant at his disposal. But why would his master use a servant of Lancer's caliber to do preliminary...
Wait, so two... Is there another servant
Rin, do you
in addition to Lancer?
Wait, you don't suppose he went to see Kirei?
Okay, I kept calling him Kotomine, but no, his name is Kirei. Is she gonna save him? This is a trap, isn't it? A trap for Saber. Again, a trap. Yeah. Is she? There's no way she's weaker than him, right?
I missed his heart, but he's tasting the all the same.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't think he used it on Shiro.
No.
Oh, he's out of it.
I can't do it.
Like he's not conscious.
I can't.
Look at that.
Who is that?
It's kind of like lifeless. So what are you up to?
I suggest you sheathe that sword. You see,
What's your deal?
Grail War is to determine who truly has the right to possess the Holy Grail.
And why you?
It's a tangible object that has to be prepared. As the end of the war nears, power...
What's in it for you?
Holy Grail is...
The Lancer, that is.
Given there are only two...
What's in it for him?
I would imagine the process is nearly complete.
I see.
The Holy Grail is waiting for now is to be filled
For one...
with the blood of a human sacrifice. And if a
That was not part of the deal.
worthy person would present themselves, I will gladly turn the Grail over to them. With that said...
Why a human, though? Was that one of the requirements before?
Do you honestly harbor no hatred for the people responsible for that?
I don't know if he does.
Years ago.
Oh, jeez, what is that?
Stop it. It's too late for you.
The ghosts?
Stop! Everyone wanted to be saved. But I ignored all of them and kept walking.
And you were the only one to survive.
About saving myself.
This animation is wild. It's kind of giving me goosebumps in a way.
Only one of us had our wish granted that day. The rest of them died. That's why I was
His dad.
obsessed with following in Kiritsugu's footsteps. I looked
Kiritsugu, that's his dad's name.
up to people who champion justice. If I didn't pull it together and move forward, then the people who died that day would never forgive me.
Shiro Emiya, if it were possible to undo the events that happened that day, if you knew possessing the Holy Grail would allow you to make that all go away, wouldn't you desire it?
Shiro, weren't you the one who said that you cannot change the past? And that you need to move on to the future? Isn't that exactly what you said? Please do not be a hypocrite.
So, what's your answer? Just tell me you want it, and I will gladly give you the...
I really hope he isn't a hypocrite.
I don't want anything to do with it. Even if I could change the past and erase
Okay,
all
this is
those
good.
tears and memories that still tear at our hearts and keep us awake at night. What respect would that show to
The
all
music.
families who have spent years overcoming the pain that was caused that day? Was all their suffering just for nothing? Embracing the pain and moving on. Isn't that the only way to truly honor those that you've lost? I've been attached to those events for 10 years, and I've used my memories of Kiritsugu to shield me
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to his monologue.
and erase all those tears and memories that still tear at our hearts and keep us awake at night. What respect would that show to all those families who have spent years overcoming the pain that was caused that day? Was all their suffering just for nothing? Embracing the pain and moving on. Isn't that the only way to truly honor those that you've lost?
Exactly what he said before.
Attached to those events for 10 years, no matter how much it hurts. Even if the wounds you carry never heal, I still believe this is the right path to choose.
Also, I just realized that the music is an a cappella.
So this means...
I have no use for the Holy Grail. I have to stay true to who I am, for myself, and for the people that I abandoned.
Basically, he's unworthy of the Grail. I'm assuming that's what he's gonna say.
And what about you, Saber?
What I desire is...
Oh, is she gonna change up? Halfway, okay. Is she gonna change her mind? I wonder. That was a good first half.
I want to change the outcome of the selection of the king. If I use the power of the Grail for that, the kingdom's collapse would certainly...
I believe this path is the right path.
It's true. I drew the sword from the stone and
Because
to fulfill
you were
the
worthy.
king. If I were proud of what I accomplished in my life, I would not seek to change things,
Oh, she's changing her mind?
being overthrown. However, the king protected his kingdom, but the kingdom did not protect her king.
Oh, that is a very hard line. The king protected his kingdom, but the kingdom did not protect its king. That goes hard. That gave me goosebumps.
Simple.
That's a hard line.
It ended in tragedy. But if the actions that led to that end
I love
were
that.
bitter and cruel, then there would be no need for this wish. I do desire the Grail, but I will not kill Shiro to obtain it. Can't you see this, you knave? What the Holy Grail can offer me is far less desirable than what Shiro can. If the Holy
Interesting.
Grail will leave me, then I want no part of it. I have already had all that I've ever wanted. Shiro.
So she did change her mind. Healing? Oh, she healed him.
Is coming back.
At least a bit.
Nothing can affect you as you are now, not even Gay Bolge's curse.
Huh.
Fine. It's time for you both to die.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce you.
Who is
This
that?
is the epic hero who...
Gilgamesh. That's Gilgamesh.
You see, after the last Holy Grail War finally ended, the
And
entered into
his
a
theme.
partnership whereby I would provide him with the sustenance he required to remain.
I see.
And why am I only hearing about
I thought it was for Lancer.
If you think about it, nothing I said was really an outright lie. This is like a repeat of 10 years ago, Saber, isn't it?
I really have to watch
Back then, I was
Fate Zero sooner.
so I was unable to witness the final scene.
Wait.
Then I was defeated by Kiritsugu.
Okay. So he shot Kire.
Backed into a corner, I touched the Holy Grail just as it was beginning to appear.
Okay.
Who knew what that consequence would be?
Which was
So that's why.
I had simply wished for everyone in that particular
everyone in that area to disappear.
What the Holy Grail really is,
I want to know this.
a powerful weapon,
Are you saying the Holy Grail I've been searching for?
is nothing more than a cursed chalice that destroys everything but its owner. Gilgamesh.
I mean, you just have to be careful with what you wish for, right? Like instead of wishing for, I hope everyone in this area disappears. Yeah, like an explosion is one way to make that happen. Like just be careful. Be careful with what you wish for. How are they gonna survive this now? Against two servants?
Whatever happens, Shiro, you must not leave my side.
Oh,
What are you doing?
he's joining hands with them.
Half-breed.
This I did not
I
expect.
refuse to be a part of this. Real epic heroes don't give a damn about a second chance at life.
What's with him? Lancer, that is. I want to know more about Lancer now that I've seen this.
If you hadn't done something, I would.
But yeah, I think this is where Lancer dies.
Saber escape?
Well, of course I wanted her to escape. She's my property. But in order to complete the
My property. Okay, that's wild. That's quite a weapon. Yeah. And yeah, he's dead. That was the same thing that happened to Berserker and Archer.
I replenished the scabbard with my mana. Your wound will begin to heal in a moment.
Scabbard. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Excalibur's scabbard?
Scabbard.
The one I thought I had lost. Shiro, believe it or not, that scabbard is now inside of you. Kiritsugu used the scabbard as the catalyst to summon me. That scabbard is a noble phantasm that will heal its bearer's wounds.
So noble phantasms don't have to be physical. That's what I'm understanding by this. Like, they don't have to be a physical manifestation.
Amongst the charred ruins, Kiritsugu stumbled upon a dying child.
Huh.
There was only one way that he could save that child.
By using the grail?
Of the sacred sword.
Oh.
And by embedding it in the child, Kiritsugu was able to save that boy's life. It's because of that scabbard that you have the ability to regenerate.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Using your scabbard for something like this.
Don't be.
That explains why they're so connected to each other. Because it's her scabbard. Right? Excalibur belongs to her, and the scabbard also, at the same time, belongs to her. That explains their connection.
Anything. Kiritsugu was right.
So this is not it, right? Gilgamesh is still out there.
He clearly saw
And
it before
Kirei.
I did.
Okay, Saber. Let's destroy the Holy Grail.
Again.
I had faith you would eventually reach that same conclusion.
Like father, like son. Okay. Like I said, I have no idea how this is gonna end. We have 2 more episodes. This the second last is called, or the next one is called The Holy Grail, and the last one is called The All Too Distant Utopia. Apart from that, I don't really have any other thoughts. How is Gilgamesh gonna defeat, or how is Shiro gonna, I don't know about defeat, but how is he gonna defend against Gilgamesh, because he's still out there. That's my only main question going into the next episode. Apart from that, I feel like most of my questions that I had during the series have been answered. Like about Shiro, about his connection to Saber, his healing abilities, his past, his father, like his ideals. A lot of those questions have been answered in these past few episodes. And I really like that. Now it's all that's left is, I feel like it's just the ending. The end of the Holy Grail War. Like that's the only thing remaining. So let's see. Like I said, I don't have anything else to say. Rin, what happened to you? What happened here? Wait, it's not Elia, is it?
Shiro.
Okay, flashback. Was it Kirei? I hope she doesn't die. She's been the star of the show so far. I really hope she's not dead.
Where have you been? You took so long.
That's a lot of blood.
Fell asleep.
Saber, we need towels and a wash bowl.
You need a doctor more than anything.
Bandages.
I don't think bandages is gonna fix any of this.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't able to protect Elia.
So she's dead?
There's a few things that I think you should know.
I don't want her to die.
Advice I'm going to give you, Shiro. So pay bits of advice I should know. These are the last bits of
The last bits, no. That's a death flag.
advice I'm
If this whole thing wasn't already. Yeah, I feel like she's not gonna survive.
now. Kirei's main objective is
Yeah, she is beyond saving.
his master plan all along. Kirei's main objective is Elia.
Yeah, as the human sacrifice.
Magi are nothing more than typical humans who possess magic circuits. Elia's the opposite. She's magic circuits that possess a human form.
His human sacrifice.
The path to the
I
Grail.
don't like that.
No matter what you do, you're no match for Kirei. But you're still going to fight him?
Yeah, you know him.
I'm gonna settle the score with him once and for all. I have to, as a survivor and an orphan of that fire 10 years ago.
Because he was the one who caused it.
Kiritsugu Emiya's son.
Then here. You should take this.
So, where did she pull that out from? I'm asking the important questions here. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying.
It's an Azoth dagger.
A what?
It's a magic staff in the shape of a knife.
I don't want her to die.
You just have to yell the word Lashed and it will activate and flood the blade with all
Lashed.
Are you sure? No, that's it. Go to sleep. I'll wake you up in the morning. Tomorrow, I'm making...
You know that's not gonna happen.
One last thing. And it's not a request, it's an order.
I don't think she's surviving.
You have to win this, even if it kills you. However, if I wake up and you're dead...
This is straight up a death flag.
Are you sure you want to do this?
The scab...
I don't know if she's alive or dead now. They didn't show it to us. I mean, realistically, I would assume that she's dead. But they could go through the, like, she's unconscious route or something. Or in a coma, or something like that. But, like, realistically, I feel like no one would survive that. With that much blood loss.
originally belonged to you, Saber.
I don't know, she could be alive.
That I give it back to you.
If the scabbard is returned to me, it will increase my mana. It's no guarantee I'll defeat Gilgamesh.
Oh. Are they gonna do the same? Okay. I thought they were gonna do the same ritual that that Ren did before.
Incredible.
And it's the real deal. It's not a projection. I'm assuming it's not a projection.
Gilgamesh defeated Lancer.
That much is, yeah.
Saber, just
like he did not stand a chance.
She'll vanish from this world and go back to the place in history.
Unless she actually changes her mind. That is an option. The date.
It's not too late. Maybe I could find a way to end this without losing her.
That's not what you're gonna do. It's natural to feel, what's the word? To feel, conflicted in this situation. You're literally walking towards death.
I was getting tired of waiting for you.
You're gonna have to distract him somehow.
It's impeccable. The portal to the Holy Grail has just begun to open to remain
Does that-
in this world.
Wait, so does that mean that Elia's actually just dead? Like off-screen dead? Like she was only seen in that one flashback? Again with this attack, with the exact same animation.
How I'd pin you down and force you to swallow it. I'd shove so much down your throat you'd look pregnant, unable to endure it. You'd
What am I hearing right now? There's no way I just heard that.
I've had quite some time to think about this. About what I would do if you refused this curse. How I'd pin you down and force you to swallow it. I'd shove so much down your throat you'd look pregnant, unable to endure it.
You'll what? Okay, I need the subs for this. There's no way I'm actually hearing what I'm hearing right now, right?
Time to think about this. About what I would do if you refused this curse. How I'd pin you down and force you to swallow it. I'd shove so much down your throat you'd look pregnant, unable to endure it. You'd break down and grovel at my feet. I've longed to see that defiled look on your
Okay.
When I deliver
So I wasn't just hearing things then. That's wild. This guy's actually insane.
You take care of it.
Wait, so he's just gonna let him pass? Okay, I guess. Do what you gotta do. Halfway already. I can't believe I'm almost done with this, with the season.
I'm glad that you came, Shiro Emiya. The last
Elia.
who managed to make it until the very end.
So is he gonna be able to save her? He's barely trying. Look at him.
Because she's the contact point, she must endure this for as long as there is life left within her. Or my wish will not be fulfilled. You see, the power from the Grail is overflowing.
It's like she's being used as a battery.
However, no one has ever seen the Holy Grail in its complete form. The same failed in some instances. In other cases, the Holy Grail was destroyed as it was by your father.
Yeah.
This will be the first time the Holy Grail has ever been this close to completion.
Will it though?
It is only at the moment of death that humanity has any value. Their lives are just a precursor to that last opportunity for them to rise up, reach for the heavens, and shine.
I have no idea what this guy's blabbing about right now.
That is my wish. But no one loves our species more than I do. So, with that...
Is he trying to make humans immortal? What are those? He's become good at dodging. Oh. And he just pulls out another one. Yeah.
There is no way you can do.
Is that Tar?
Go ahead. Put your life on the line. And
I think that's Tar.
you'll get within striking distance.
Try dodging this.
Oh, is it all of them?
If you're lucky, they will only impale
Yeah.
your arms and legs.
Wasn't this the same attack that he used previously? A weapon? Oh, this one. Isn't that the same weapon here? But she has a scabbard, so... Nice. But she is stronger this time.
Everything Kiritsugu did nothing but annoy me. In fact, I would imagine that it's quite like the hatred you're feeling for me.
There's no similarities between you and my dad. That's absurd!
You'd like to see it that way.
I feel like I would know more about this if I watch Fate Zero. Like all of this, the hatred and his ideals, Kirei's ideals, that is. Because that's what happened in Fate Zero, right, in the previous Grail War. So I'm looking forward to knowing more about that. And about Shiro's dad.
He died harboring a false sense of accomplishment. The ridiculous
They aren't
put an end to
telling us exactly how he died.
Who killed my father?
was none other than me.
Okay, so now we know that he was murdered. Okay. I thought he died a natural death, but I guess not.
You're about to meet the same fate your father did.
Bastard!
I'm going
Oh. What is that?
and suffer every evil in this world.
What are you gonna do?
If I subject you to that curse, you will become just like me. Your body will remain in this world and you'll enjoy a second life.
So you were exposed to that curse as well. I guess I should have expected that from you.
What curse are we talking about right now? Wait, so that whole monologue that he said earlier about, can't believe I'm saying this, about swallowing. Was that not what I thought it was? Was he talking about the... So I remember they said something about drinking from the Holy Grail, right? From the Holy Grail, yeah. They're drinking from that. Is that what he's talking about right now?
I have no problem making you swallow that curse, but it won't be any fun if you're gonna lose that spark. Here's an idea. Why don't we agree to get married first? What's the matter? You don't like being manhandled?
I'm so confused
Used to it. Whenever I
with
see
these
something
two.
I want, I have no problem taking it.
I will never become anyone's property.
If a king cannot control his property, then his people no longer need someone as powerful as a king. And it is because of that, King Arthur,
He is also a king.
the country had turned on you.
Some of that is
I guess that's his perspective.
same thinking that allowed a king like you to destroy your whole country.
Nice. That is true though, he is a fallen king. Oh? What was that?
Phantasm doesn't even begin to compete against mine.
Is it gonna be another noble phantasm?
The hard way.
It's gonna be another one, right?
Show you no mercy.
Not the same Excalibur.
You disgust me.
This one's different. It's the same. The same attack. Okay. That's fine. We have the last episode coming right up. But I think Saber's attack was different this time. I don't think she used Excalibur. I think she used a different noble phantasm. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I don't think she used the same one. I think Gilgamesh used the same one, right? He used Enuma Elish, which is the same thing. But no, Saber might have used a different one. The one that Gilgamesh doesn't know about or hasn't seen yet. Maybe a new one. Apart from that, I was a little confused on that whole dynamic with Kirei and Shiro's dad. Like that was a little confusing to me. I have questions about that. but I know I'll find out more about that in Fate Zero, most likely, because that's when that takes place. So most likely I'll know more about that when I watch Fate Zero. But and so for now, while I still do have questions, do not answer any of those questions. But apart from that, I don't have any other questions. Let's just move on to episode 24, because I'm very excited to see how this ends. I have no idea how this is gonna end, who's gonna win, all of that. Interesting intro. Oh. Okay. Shiro.
And if being a champion of justice really is my destiny...
Shiro,
Was one of those hands on his, those hands are freaky.
son...
Look at that, there's one over here, there's one here, there's...
And if being a champion of justice really is my destiny...
Shiro, you have to...
I'm just saying, like, it was hard to ignore that. Oh, right. That one attack. Yeah, I forgot about this. And he broke out.
Final episode. The
Avalon.
Distant utopia.
Is that what Avalon means? The distant utopia? Avalon is supposed to be like a mythical country, right?
Impossible.
So with the Grail having to be formed, or like, the Grail requires a sacrifice for it to be formed, right? So will Elia actually be sacrificed for that to happen? And will Shiro allow that to happen? Okay, what happened here? So the same thing. This is even better than any other, like any of the previous ones that we saw. Not again. That had to have been the biggest attack so far. I think, you know what? You know why I think she's like not giving up, like she has all the strength? It's because she knows that Shiro is also alive right now and fighting for his life. I think that's what's keeping her going, because she can feel that, or well, more like subconsciously she knows that's what's going on with Shiro, and so she doesn't want to give up. What is that? What was that? That was something. Hello? Is he giving her a weapon? What is with this? Those are like infinite lines. Well, not infinite, but you know what I mean. Like there's countless of them. I think he's summoning a weapon for her.
That utopia. The one she saw in her dreams.
So what? Its name is...
Avalon!
Avalon, a sword. I do not know about this weapon. Oh, that looks so clean. The animation on that for a 2006 anime.
Magic, is it?
I don't think this is just projection. I think this is even more than that. She reflected it back again. Oh, look at that. Wait. Those particles. This is gonna be the biggest one yet. Oh, amazing. That was the best one yet. Best one of the season. What about you, Shiro? What are you gonna do? Did he just literally stand there and take the hit? Is that it? That was kind of anticlimactic. At least Shiro's part.
Even to the 5 true magi, the ultimate defense that nothing can penetrate.
I never heard of that before.
This is your real no
Avalon.
phantasm. You are truly a wicked woman. You defied me, right up until the very end.
Weirdly, I know this is going to sound so wrong, but I feel like this is low-key a ship. Low-key, very, very low-key. I don't know why. It just looks good. Like, visually, it looks good. I know... You know what, let's not talk more about that. That's all I wanted to say. I had to.
The things you cannot possess are the most beautiful of all. Farewell, King of Knights.
With all the wild stuff
You know, there's one
that
thing I can
Gilgamesh has said, like this one so far is my favorite. I don't know why. It just looks visually pleasing.
How in the world did you get your hands on this dagger?
Didn't you know what it was? I thought he knew what it was when he came at him running.
I gave this gift to a certain little girl.
So is he just dead then? What about the Grail? And Elia? How are you supposed to save her now? Okay, she just falls.
Trace on.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. I'm glad she's alive. More than anything, I hope that Rin's alive. And like she's actually just asleep.
Holy Grail.
Shiro, don't do it. I know that look he's contemplating right now. I know that look. Shiro, don't do it.
Master, give the order. Without your command,
Is he actually just gonna follow his father's footsteps and break Saber's trust again?
you'll have to use your last command seal.
I don't remember when he used his previous command seals.
Shiro.
Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna use it to make her stay?
I want...
It's gonna be very selfish, but I'm just gonna think for a moment. Give me a sec. Right now, I wouldn't be too mad at Shiro if he... well, I will be mad, but I wouldn't be too, like, as mad at him. If he wishes for Saber to stay in this place. If that's his wish. Of course, I wouldn't be mad, like, because that's kind of forcing her. But I wouldn't be as mad, let's put it that way. I wouldn't overlook it, but I would understand. Yeah, to an extent, I would understand his decision. But if he chooses to destroy the Grail, I would respect him even more for sticking to his sticking to his word.
To hear you say it from your own mouth.
Either way, I think it would be a good ending. Like either of those choices. What are you gonna choose?
I love you, Saber.
This is so sad.
I want to make you the happiest you can be. I want to be with you forever.
It's also well done.
But
What's it gonna be?
if I really love you, then the truth is,
Don't.
can't do that. The Saber I fell in love with is someone who goes on fighting, regardless of how wounded she may be.
But it's not your choice to make, Shiro. But even so, like again, like I said, I wouldn't.
So her pride is
I understand. I understand
her harm.
his choice. Wait, what? So he's okay. So he's not gonna harm her pride. That means he's not going to be selfish, right?
Saber, fulfill your duty.
He said fulfill your duty. Her duty is to get the Grail and make a wish. It's not to destroy the Grail, right? That's not her duty. Like, her duty is what she decides her duty. Oh, I don't know. It's like, let's just watch it. I like theorizing. That is so pretty. What is it gonna be? And there it is. Destroyed once again. So she just goes back now. So is this the last Grail War then?
one last thing I must tell you.
Oh, is she gonna confess? That would be amazing. It would be bittersweet.
Shiro,
Look at this. This is so beautiful.
that I love you.
There it is. This is gonna be my thumbnail. She's gone. It's a bittersweet ending. Sakura? No way it was all a dream.
Sakura, don't you have an archery tournament this morning?
Okay, it's probably in the future.
Care of breakfast today.
Ilya? Okay.
You stopped my scooter with your bare hands!
I'm so flattered.
All you gotta do is give me the word, Shiro, and I can easily take Taiga out in her sleep. Watch that mouth! Sorry to keep you waiting. Demon spawn! You coming?
I hope Rin's okay.
Please, Taiga, try not to make a scene. I'm not with the trash! You said you really liked it last time.
I like those two. What was that?
Him. He just watched
Who was that?
What?
I don't know who that is. Okay, Rin's good. That's good to know.
And if I were depressed, would you let me cry on your shoulder?
Yeah, right. I would just give you a kick in the butt and tell you to snap out of it.
I'm sure her memory may start to fade one day.
Oh,
Start to forget things like her voice, her mannerisms. But
somehow doubt that.
I'll never forget that I once was in love with a girl named Saber.
Oh?
King Arthur. I'll go and fetch the troops.
Who is this? She looks a lot like Saber, or like, you know, Arturia.
Must rest for now. Bedivere. You regained
What was that name?
for now. Bedivere.
Bedivere?
Bedivere.
Bedivere. I don't know who that is. Never heard that before.
I was just dreaming for a moment. Dreaming, sire. In that case, please rest without worry, sire.
I would love to know more about Saber's past.
Again, is it possible to continue the same dream? Yes, I have done it myself many times, sire. Just have to want it enough. I see.
This is what they meant.
Great knowledge.
That she was gonna die when she goes back.
Listen to me, Bedivere. You must take my sword. I want you to ride through this forest, and over that blood-soaked hill, you will find a deep lake. I want you to throw the sword into that lake.
Interesting. Does it come back through the Lady of the Lake? That's another version of Arthur's legend. Excalibur's legend. The same bridge.
I have given your sword back to the Lady of the Lake,
Right.
Majesty. You performed an order for your king.
I want to know more about this person, Bedivere.
I'm afraid my slumber this time will be
My last.
a very long one.
Yeah. I can't believe they're ending it like this. Oh. Oh, the cloth.
Are you dreaming now, King Arthur? Are you still dreaming the same dream?
Another ending? What a bittersweet ending. I kind of wish they had a happier ending. But no, I feel like I can respect this ending because of the choices that Shiro made towards the end. Like, he has grown as a character, as a person throughout the series, I would say. He has been inconsistent, but no, I think he's grown very, very much. At least compared to how he's been in episode 1. Like, this was a lot I also feel like this was a complete ending. Like a very complete ending. There are still some questions that I have, and I'll mention that in a bit. I'm also glad that Rin and Elia survived until the end. Oh, this was from the episodes that I did not know about, that I did not watch. Are there end credits? I'm not sure. There is? Oh, the lion, sorry. The lion toy. That is the end. I think this was a perfect ending, considering everything that's happened in the series. I'm glad that they didn't go off on a very sad ending. A bittersweet ending would be nice. A happier ending, in my opinion, would have been amazing. But no, I think I can respect the bittersweet ending. I just wanted to find out more about Arthur. I guess that's my whole not issue. That's my whole wish for the series. I wanted to find out more about her past rather than her present. Oh, and apart from that, I do have questions. I still have questions. Like why did Rin save Shiro in the first place? Like what was that reason? The first time they came across each other, why did she save him? There was clearly a reason for that. So like she saved him for a reason. That's my biggest question, I would say. Apart from that, I had one more question that I had on my mind. I just forgot right now. It was, I thought of a few questions that I had. I still don't know how the Grail works, because so far we only saw how it's destroyed, right? By the servant destroying the Grail, sorry. So that happened. I don't know how it grants wishes. And also they destroyed this Grail, but does that mean that no more Grails will appear after this? I feel like the wish that could have been made was this and any further Grails will never appear, or it's like just wish for no more Grail wars, or no, it should be specific, right? Just wish for no more Grails to appear anymore, or something along those lines. I feel like that could have been a wish. So why not that, and why destroy only this Grail? So yeah, that's also one question that I had, like why only destroy it? Why only destroy this specific one? Apart from that, obviously I have questions about like the past and the previous Grail War, but I'll learn more about that in Fate Zero. Now I wonder what Fate Unlimited Blade Works is going to be. They did say that it was like a different branch, right? A different route that branches off from episodes 17 and 18 that I skipped. So probably about Gilgamesh and all of the rest of the gang. And so that probably is going to have a different ending. Not sure about Heaven's Feel. I have no clue what that's going to be about. I was told it's going to be about Sakura. Like it's going to expand upon Sakura. But apart from that, I have no clue what that's about. And Zero is obviously about the previous Grail War. So like a prequel. But apart from that, I'm just excited for all of the future seasons that I watch and the future movies and all of anything Fate related, because all of those are now going to be high quality compared to Fate Stay Night. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Overall, I would say it's better than expected. It's better than expected. The only issue, or not even issue, I would say, like the only difference is that this is not high quality compared to Ufotable and A1 and Wit Studios and stuff, right? Apart from that, I would say for 2006, this is amazingly done. Like very well done. But yeah, again, I'm excited for the next ones. Apart from that, I enjoyed this. I liked the dub. I do think that the next dubs, the upcoming ones, will be much better because they are more modernized. Yeah, it's going to be much better, and they've learned since 2006. But apart from that, that's all for me for Fate Stay Night. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave me your feedback about the series. Yeah, let me also know your thoughts down in the comments. If I missed anything in this episode, in these last few episodes, or throughout the series, let me know. Anyway, that's all for now, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.